Onto the controversy of the Trinamool Congress MP Derek O'Brien, we believe, is currently stating the party's position. Let's listen in.
She says, she re-emphasized that in responsible public figure, you have to be very, very careful, and she condemns whatever he said. But since then, a letter has been written to the party. He has, under the leader's directions, asked for an unconditional apology. Tapas Pal, the tone of that letter, the content of the letter, the tone, the content and the manner of the letter, where he has rendered an unconditional apology not only to his family, not only to the party, not only to the people of Bengal, but also to everybody, including the media, including the women of Bengal. So, this is the status as of now.
So is it the end of the agreement? Has the end of the matter? Has
The party has accepted his unconditional apology, which he did. The party has accepted his unconditional apology because the party believes that was written in the right spirit. The tone and the manner of that apology is right, and the matter ends there. Thank you.
No criminal offense. No criminal offense will be.
So what he did.
Okay.
Right, so there you heard it. Derek O'Brien of the Trinamool Congress clarifying the party's position after brainstorming with the top leaders. The party has now accepted Trinamool Congress MP Tapas Pal's unconditional apology, and no further action will be taken. Indrajit Kundu, I believe, is with us right now on the phone line. Indrajit, clearly the Trinamool Congress going only this far, not willing to take action against its MP. For them, an apology would do for such an outrageous statement.
Well, Ruchika, as I have been mentioning since morning, it was very unlikely that the Trinamool Congress would, swing into any other sort of action as far as Tapas Pal was concerned. Even though Mukul Roy said that a final call would be taken today, but once Mamata Banerjee was coaxed to the point that she had to give a public statement yesterday, and we heard how Mamata Banerjee was literally miffed. She blamed the media for raking the issue up after a long time, after it had actually happened, and shifting the blame completely on the media. But the fact is, we have been showing that this is not the first time. There is another footage of an incident in June last month where Tapas Pal made a similar comment, and Mamata Banerjee was suggesting, and as Tapas Pal's own apology letter suggests, that this was during the heat and dust of the electoral coverage. However, that seems to have been busted after we showed the visuals of Tapas Pal entering his own constituency after being elected as an MP, and the latest video that we showed was from June. So it clearly, punctures the Trinamool's argument. However, Trinamool Supremo not in a mood, and what we got, the sense that we got from what Derek O'Brien just spoke, and we heard, it's a closed chapter as far as the Trinamool Congress is concerned. They said that the apology did suffice. It was a strongly worded apology. That's what Derek O'Brien said. And for the party at least, they think this is enough. But the big question, obviously, as many would have been asking, and as we have been reporting, that now a PIL has also been filed before the Calcutta High Court. It will be heard on the Friday, and there is chorus for some sort of administrative action and criminal proceeding against Tapas Pal. Now, how will that move forward? That would be interesting to see. As for the Trinamool Congress and the party, it's a closed chapter.
All right, so the party claiming it's a closed chapter, an apology is enough for that outrageous statement, rape revenge statement of Tapas Pal. Mamata Banerjee is satisfied with this unconditional apology of the Trinamool Congress MP. Let's in fact once again listen to Derek O'Brien of the Trinamool, who's saying it's a closed chapter now.
I'm giving you a statement.
In just a moment, I believe we have CPM leader Brinda Karat on the phone line with us. Your first reaction, Ms. Karat. The Trinamool Congress has said that this unconditional apology has been accepted. It's a closed chapter.
As his party and his leaders concerned, but it's certainly not a closed chapter as far as the law is concerned. Tapas Pal has violated the law. There is a law against incitement to rape. There is a law against incitement to violence, and he has broken that law. He has to be prosecuted, and he has to face arrest. This is the same government, the same chief minister, the same leader who prosecuted and arrested a professor from Jadavpur University because he posted a cartoon which the chief minister did not like. For that, you can send a person to jail. And your own MP, who has violated the law, inciting rape against women, you say it's a closed chapter. It's a shame on this Trinamool Congress and its leader.
Right, and what would you say about the administration, the police, which hasn't swung into action despite this video playing over and over again on television screens? It's been widely reported. Clearly, the police too has been found lacking in its response.
The police does not move without the approval of the Chief Minister of West Bengal. Forget the police. A leaf dare not stir in West Bengal unless the Chief Minister says so. And therefore, the Chief Minister has decided that her word is a substitute for the law in West Bengal. That is why I say it is TMC versus democracy in West Bengal, and this concerns all citizens all over the country.
Right. What would you do in Parliament, Ms. Karat? There is a budget session that's coming up. Would you seek suspension of this MP?
Definitely he should be suspended. There's no question about it. How can a person who is inciting rape against women who politically oppose him or who do not want to take the TMC flag, how can he sit in Parliament? I think it's an affront to the dignity of Parliament to have such a member sitting there. And then, if Parliament remains silent when something like this happens, what moral right or moral ground does Parliament then have to talk about implementation of the law when it cannot implement law against one of its own members? This is a wider question which Parliament will have to seriously consider.
Right. Now that it's become amply clear, Ms. Karat, that Mamata Banerjee is not going to take any action. The police in West Bengal is just sitting idle. They're not going to swing into action and book this MP. Where should the hopes rest of the people of this country who have seen this man made these outrageous statements? Now that we understand a PIL has also been admitted in Kolkata High Court, is that really the only hope?
Well, quite frankly, when democracy is attacked so severely in West Bengal, I do believe that Parliament should take action. Parliament should take action. And the court also should ensure that justice is done to women by ensuring that the man faces the law and he is under arrest.
Brinda Karat of the CPN, thank you very much for joining us on this story that's just breaking. The Trinamool Congress right now accepting this unconditional apology of Tapas Pal, the MP from West Bengal, who was seen making these outrageous comments which many believe could have him booked, but the West Bengal police not taking any action against him. Trinamool Congress on its part saying it's a closed chapter. All our MPs have been advised to exercise caution while speaking in public. Well, Gurdas Dasgupta of the CPM is now with us on the phone line. Mr. Dasgupta, your first reactions, did you really expect Mamata Banerjee to take action against him? It seems we've lost that line. We'll try and reconnect with more political leaders to get their reactions on the story that's coming in just now. Indrajit Kundu, I believe, is still with us. Indrajit, clearly the fury that his comments had raised will not die down with Trinamool Congress accepting his apology. The opposition in the state, even parties here at the centre, along with the rights activists, questioning the manner in which Mamata Banerjee has dealt with this entire case. First, she dragged her feet, and after 2 days, she expected the din to die down, and she's saying she has accepted the apologies and the matter should rest there.
Well, that's right, Ruchika. This was all expected lines. This is for the first time, remember, that Mamata Banerjee was so badly cornered that she had to come out and speak in public regarding what she felt about this matter. This is something that had caused such a great outrage, not only in West Bengal, but also, it was denting West Bengal's image as a state and the politics in the state. As people were saying that rape being used as in the political discourse as a tool for political vendetta, something that has become a unique part of West Bengal politics, something that is so unfortunate at a time when there is so much hue and cry about safety and security for women. And look at the NCRB data, where does West Bengal stand with regards to that? And given the fact that, not an MLA, not a councillor, but an MP from the party making such a derogatory statement, being caught on camera, had left, Mamata Banerjee herself in a very tight spot, given the widespread condemnation. So she had to make that statement that she made yesterday en route to Kolkata at Diamond Harbour. She said that she does not support the politics of violence and vulgarity. However, at the same time, she said that what else could she have done when she was being pestered with questions as to whether there is going to be any sort of action apart from just being show cause.
Right.
But she, lost her temper. She said, what else do you want me to do? Do you want me to kill him? That was the response from the Chief Minister. Many would suggest that perhaps not the kind of response that you would want to see from a Chief Minister, and that too a woman Chief Minister of West Bengal.
Well, the message that is being sent out by Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of West Bengal, is that you can threaten women with rape in West Bengal, you can say sorry, and the life goes on. That's the message being sent out by the Chief Minister of the state, ironically a woman Chief Minister. Let's once again listen into what Derek O'Brien had to say soon after that meeting got over of the top leaders of the Trinamool in Kolkata.
Ready, Amit?
Yes.
About 2 weeks ago, it was decided that the All India Trinamool Congress National Council extended, that is all the MPs, ministers, frontal organization heads, as also the district presidents and key personnel of Trinamool Congress would have a meeting. This was decided 2 weeks ago. That meeting just concluded. The only speaker at that meeting was Mamata Banerjee. The meeting took place for about 90 minutes. Various strategies were discussed for Parliament, the coming Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha session of Parliament, and planning for July 21st, which is a very important day for Trinamool Congress. Party strategies were discussed. We do not want to discuss strategies with the media, obviously. These were discussed, and district by district, Pratyekta district, whichever district, what is the plan, what is the strategy, what is the personnel, who has which responsibility, all this was discussed threadbare at this 90-minute meeting.
Janika, was Tapas Pal present in the meeting?
I'll tell you. Most of the MPs were present from Rajya Sabha and most of the MPs were present from Lok Sabha. About, I think, 70% of the MPs were present. So some Lok Sabha MPs were not present, some Rajya Sabha MPs were not present. If you're asking me a specific question about Mr. Tapas Pal, here it is. Mr. Tapas Pal, the leader made it very clear that everyone needs to be extremely careful as to what he or she says. She re-emphasized that in responsible public figure, you have to be very, very careful, and she condemns whatever he said. But since then, a letter has been written to the party. He has, under the leader's directions, asked for an unconditional apology. Tapas Pal, the tone of that letter, the content of the letter, the tone, the content and the manner of the letter, where he has rendered an unconditional apology not only to his family, not only to the party, not only to the people of Bengal, but also to everybody, including the media, including the women of Bengal. So,
well, Gurdas Dasgupta is with us right now on the phone line. Mr. Dasgupta, are you surprised at all by the manner in which Mamata Banerjee has dealt with this case now, of course, accepting this unconditional apology and saying it's a closed chapter?
Some action should be taken against him, against the person who can speak so barbaric. It is not only to get an apology letter, that is not enough. Something more should be done by his party. And if it is a violation of law, law should take its own course.
Right, but the clear double standards that have been exposed, Mr. Das Gupta, the manner in which Mamta Banerjee acted against a professor because of a cartoon that he had made, which had upset her gravely. And here is a case of a man who's not a commoner. He's in fact a people's representative. He's an MP, and he in fact is making such he's openly threatening to rape women in a village in West Bengal. And Mamta Banerjee says apology is enough.
That is exactly what I'm saying. It is not enough. The speech has been so barbaric. It has been an inducement to violence. It has been a grave attack on the womanhood. Therefore, something has to be done, more than apology, and more so the CRPC, the criminal act of the country, the law. If it infringes the law, such a statement, I think it should, and it does. In that case, law should take its own course.
Right, and now that it's become evident, Mr. Das Gupta, that Mamta Banerjee is not going to take any action against him. What do you think the Lok Sabha Speaker should do? Should he be suspended? Will there be a demand from the side of the left parties, be the CPI, CPM or others, seeking his suspension?
You are not audible, madam.
All right, Mr. Das Gupta, thank you very much for joining us. The Trinamool Congress says it's a closed chapter. The MP in question has apologized for those horrendous comments. That's not even a rap on the knuckles, women rights activists say. But political parties too now adding in that this is not a closed chapter. They will fight it in the Lok Sabha. They will seek the MP's suspension. We'll, of course, continue to follow that story closely here on Headlines Today.